And we are back. Tell me your problems, episode 149. It is currently 2:26 Belgian time, PM, afternoon, sunny day. I'm going to be on for about 30 minutes to give you guys the best of me, give you all my energy. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, Lap? Yo, hello, Elena. Good to see you guys. Let's talk. For those who are new to the concept in these live sessions, I'd like to offer my perspective, my advice, my mentorship to whatever may be bothering you or haunting you or preventing you from being happy, basically. Saying, hey, brother, looking good. Getting back in my desk shape finally. I've already talked about this so many times, but as you all know, I had 3 surgeries. A lot of stuff go wrong with my chin, with my face. I had to take a massive dose of antibiotics, and my physique just plummeted. So now I'm finally back to, well, I'm still not eating. I'm eating better. It's just hard to eat. Since 2 days ago, I started going to physiotherapy, who's literally helping me wreck open my mouth. So I have to lay down, and he pulls down my mouth so I can get a wider mouth opening, because right now I have less than 1 centimeter of opening. So it hurts like hell, tears rolling down my face every time I go there. But it is what it is. Did physio hurt? Yes, it did hurt. It hurt so much, man. Like I'm literally on that bench crying because he's just, wrecking open this thing. When you go live, I forget my problems. That's what's up, Saint. Thank you for that, man. I'm really happy to hear that. If you want to discuss your problems in detail, if you want to talk about what it is that's haunting you, feel free to share. As we are all a loving community, guys, no hate over here, only good vibes and Viking advice. Talk about shitty news. I just got a letter in the mail saying that the rent for my apartment, because I've been renting this place, went up. So apparently these companies are able to just slap an indexation on your rental price rate, and they can just, charge you like 5% more all of a sudden. That sucks. But money ain't all, luckily. Finally, I get to catch one of these lives. What's up, Big A? Papuna official. I went through so much hell with elbow joint humans should not feel. I was shaking and vomiting and literally shitting myself, but I'm almost fine now. You hung in there. That's the message. Say with me. I started my journey back in 2013. This is 9 years in the making. All right, 9 years I've been dealing with this bullshit, but we're still running, and I'm better than ever. All right, so even though the last surgeries didn't work out, I'm still optimistic. It is beginning to dawn on me that maybe I'm not going to be able to get my bottom teeth after all, since there's simply not enough space. Hold up for 1 second. I got one thumb up. I got one thumb. Guys, come on. Really? Show me some love. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's starting to dawn on me that maybe I might not get bottom teeth installed. So that's another mental setback, but if that's the case, we will roll with it. Also, good news, I have begun writing again on my book. As you all know, the last 4 months, I just completely fell out of it. Now I'm back. Last 2 days, I've been writing. The book is coming, I promise you. The shit is going to come. Hey, sign, thank you so much. I'm cleaning my apartment. Good. What's up, Dre? Hey, 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 as they say in Sweden. It is a particularly hot day in Belgium. It's about 30 degrees, super sunny. So after this, I'm about to go outside and meet up with a friend who just had a baby. I'll be giving him this bottle of wine. For those who know their wine, check it out. Check this baby out. Why isn't that focusing, man? That's some bullshit. Dumbass camera. Can't believe this shit is not focusing. Well, fuck it. Tack så mycket. Hey, Thykin has a great day. Thank you. All right, guys. So let's get into it. What are some of the things that I can assist you with, that I can help you with? I don't want to make this life all about me, 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 me. I want to make it about you. I want to, Sunny in Italy also. Good. I want to say something I saw in an old video. You don't like when people say you look better than old pictures. I want to point out that your face looks more mature and leaner. Maybe that's what they mean. See that I get that, So it's true. My face has gotten more lean and defined as I got older because I got in better shape as I got older. So I think that's why people tell me that I look better now, because I used to have a little bit of a bloated head. Too much alcohol, too much drinking, too much fast food. But in all honesty, if I would not have had my amputation and still got in shape, I would just overall still look better, So, but I get the point. It's okay. And I'm very happy with the way I look today. Believe it or not, it is the case. Nice shirt. Thank you. This is a shirt by my main and only sponsor. It's a gym clothing brand called Ginstees. Ginstees, that's how you write it. And it's literally a super tiny little brand, but super cool, super authentic, original, and it's Australian based. So go check out ginstees.com if you want to check it out. Really cool shirt. Thank you. I like it too. Thank you. Very nice token of you, Viking. Thank you, Jaguar. Din svenska or jättebra. The dad's coming over to put up a lamp. Nice. I started seeing a psychologist. Good, Alexander. That's what's up. Thank you, Jaguar. Big A, I had 2 fractures on my feet. It stopped me for 10 whole years. The pain was just excruciating. I stayed home a lot, lost a lot of friends, but I'm finally trying to live again. Good. You're still in the game. Many have perished in the last decade. Many have died. Many have fallen down, never gotten up. You're still here. That's what it's all about. Never compare yourself to somebody else. Same with me. I used to look at it like between 24 and 29, I was basically a vegetable, couldn't do shit, was confined to a wheelchair, pissed into a tube, not being able to go out, speak, eat, all that stuff. So I figured I lost the best time of my life. I'm never going to recuperate. But in actuality, less is more. Because I spent that time in confinement, I was forced to think a lot. I was forced to really look at life from a different perspective, and I gained a lot of wisdom that is now allowing me to catch up quicker to the people that remained healthy. Not to mention, there's a bunch of dudes that I know that got some chicks pregnant unwillingly, and now they gotta go play father and go play house when they don't really want to do it. I'm just saying, that could have been me as well. I was a dumbass running around doing dumbass stuff. So in a way, I like to think that the universe protected me from that. Always look at the bright side. I should put that on a t-shirt. Yes, I got cancer, but I could have had kids. I'm joking. I don't hate kids, all right? All I'm saying is there's too many people making babies who don't really want to make babies, and then they're stuck with it, and then they are not doing a good job raising them. And we got more people with issues on this world who don't have good parenting. Looking good, thank you. I couldn't find a job or go to university because of my teeth. I hadn't smiled normally since I was 12, and now I'm 25. I live most of my life insecure about it. Lap yo, if you want to hire me for this is my email, because it sounds like you need some real help with that, and it sounds very similar to what I went through. That's my email, lorenz.reese@gmail.com. That goes for anyone that wants to hire me as their coach. I do private video sessions and daily conversations through WhatsApp to follow up the sessions and give you advice. Anyway, at some point, you're going to have to learn and overcome the fact that just because your grill is messed up, your teeth is messed up, that doesn't define you, okay? Like there's ways to fix that also. I wish I had your shoulders. I got the flatness. Yeah, the shoulders are a strong point. I got some good ass shoulders. I got good shoulders and good arms. I had the same issue, but working through that. So guys, when you say because of your teeth, like, is it because the teeth are just really bad, they're rotten, like you don't have access to dental care? What's going on there? Give me some more information. 10 minutes in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you are enjoying this live stream. And just ask away. Ask me anything that you want me to talk about or shine my light on. I am here for you after all. Look at my plants looking healthy in the back. I just watered them today, taking good care of them. Got my little jungle here. It's funny when you get older, you start appreciating things more. My parents don't live that far away, and I never used to spend time in the garden. Obviously, my dad does, and now I'm spending a lot of time, man, in the garden. I enjoy it. It's fun. Amur Shania K. I got problems letting go of a boy that doesn't care about me. Why though? Let me tell you why. Ego. It's ego. All right. You want him to basically tell you that you are in fact good enough. The reason why you want to capture him and conquer him is because you want to prove to yourself that you do deserve him, that you are indeed worthy of him. It's all ego. You don't love him. You don't love him. It's all ego. If he would start loving you and treating you like a queen and doing all this stuff, you would be bored with him like this. It's all ego. So you need to understand that this is just you trying to basically convince yourself that you are good enough. Like, it's all insecurity. We love people that turn us down. We become obsessed with them. And we always treat the people that do give us respect and love less. We shit on the ones that give us love, and we put the ones on a pedestal that basically put us down and tell us that we're not good enough. That's just human nature. That's the whole concept of the club. The whole concept of the club is built on the fact that you have to wait in line to get in. And the people that are on VIP, they skip the line. And you love it. You love looking at the VIP section from the dance floor, like the peasant that you are. That's it. That's it. That's the whole premise. If the club doesn't have the line, you wouldn't want to go because it's not popping. It's not hip. I'm missing 2 of my front teeth. It's really hard to explain. My teeth is really clean. I keep them clean. So why don't you get implants? I guess you're American. That is super expensive, right? I want to share positive vibes. My right shoulder is weak after injury, but I did a 3 kg shoulder workout. It's still better than 2 kg we were doing before. Papuna, progress is king. Never compare yourself to somebody else, man. Besides, all the stuff, and I mean all the stuff that you see online is fake anyway. So you're doing good, man. It's hard to describe the issue unless you see it. My cat just died 14 hours ago on my arms. I'm sorry to hear that. That really sucks. She was my only friend and only part of my family. Wow, NDC, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's not the problem, sir. I live in Norway, but the damage can be reversed. Also sent you mail. Good. Let me check the mail. I was gonna say Norway is a good country though. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get back to you, my dear friend Altum. I received your email. Well, thank you for reaching out. I'll be getting back in touch with you, man. Norway is a beautiful country. I went there when I was like 9 years old, and with my family. It was such a magical country, such a magical place. I remember that we went on a so-called troll highway. They have this thing with trolls, like actual trolls, not internet trolls. It's part of their culture, like their it's like an urban legend that there's trolls in the woods. And it's freaking awesome, man. Like they have a highway that is called the Troll Highway, and it's just like this crazy ass highway in the mountains. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful. We also saw a wild moose one morning, a mother with her young, just next to the street, next to the road. It was amazing. Love that country. Love Norway. And one of these summers, I'm gonna go back there. American expat journey. Men are often called losers by other men and women. My question is, How would you define a man who is a winner, and how would you define a man who is a loser? That's a very good question. I love it. I have a feeling that you are Andrew, by the way. Anyway, so for me, a winner is somebody that walks to the beat of his own drum. A winner is somebody that does not need society's validation, that does not need your validation to feel good about himself. A winner is a person that is brave enough to put together his own thoughts, his own philosophy, his own direction in life, and doesn't constantly need input from others and is not constantly second guessing himself. That is a winner. When you can be successful in your own right, when you can have conviction with everything that you do, even though the whole world is telling you, you're doing it the wrong way, you're going to regret this, you're going to end up like this or that, and they're all warning you and creating these horror scenarios, that's a winner for me. A person that can just love himself without social validation. And ironically, if you act like that, you're still going to get all the social validation in the world. That for me is a winner. Somebody who does not need others to stand tall. Somebody who does not need a group behind him to speak up and speak his mind. Is a winner, absolute winner. Now, who do I call losers? I call people losers just anyone that is basically living their life in service, not in service, excuse me, who is living their life to impress others and to get validation from others. And there's a lot of those, a lot of losers out there. There's a lot of people who go to social events, buy certain expensive clothing or cars for material objects just to impress others. When you are a loser, to quote the great Ace Ventura. So anyone that's basically just like wondering, what can I do to fit in? What can I do to be one of them? Then you're a loser. That's a loser mindset. A loser is also somebody that continuously puts others down because they have to pick themselves up because they feel shitty about themselves. There is not one single happy person in the world that will spontaneously put others down. That is a very easy tell. If you're hanging out with friends that are constantly criticizing people around you and are just like, look at this guy, look at that girl, like they hate themselves. You would never feel that urge if you were happy with yourself. So yeah, that's basically my definition of winners and losers. Fortunately, there's a lot more losers in this world than winners. And unfortunately, the losers often think that they are winning. Andrew, I knew it. My spider sense was tingling. To fit in is the worst. That's to appreciate yourself. Exactly. That's what I love about the movie American Psycho. So I don't know who's seen the movie American Psycho with Christian Bale. He plays a character called Patrick Bateman in the movie. You should really check out that movie, by the way. And he is basically just the best looking guy, amazing shape, has all the money in the world. And then there's a scene where he's with his fiance in the car, who he's actually going to marry because he just needs a fiance for social validation. And she's talking to him about the wedding. And at one point, he just looks at her and says, I just want to fit in. And that's really a big underrated scene in that movie because it shows you that regardless of him being the best looking, most rich, successful dude out there living in upper Manhattan, all those things, he's a loser. He just wants to fit in. Just wants to fit in. And then later in the movie, it gets really good when people, so-called friends of him, literally mistake him for somebody else because they all look so similar. They think he's somebody else. Anyway, go watch American Psycho if you haven't yet. For the love of God, please. If you're on this live, drop this man a thumbs up. Big A, that is the type of energy I need in my life. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. What's up, Grant? I'm doing good. I was just going to ask you what's your favorite film. Yeah, so American Psycho, definitely favorite film. Donnie Darko, also one of my all-time favorite films. Yeah, there's a couple. The Godfather, obviously, classic. Scent of a Woman, not to be cheesy, but Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino is really good. What else do we got? I mean, there's a bunch of great movies, man. Oh, we got 25 people. To what do I owe this pleasure? Speak up. Don't be shy. Don't be a stalker. The Viking doesn't bite. I couldn't even if I would want to. Hoo-ha! Exactly. That movie is sick. Of course, I've seen Sin City, classic. Love that movie, love it. Love Die Hard too, though. Speaking of Bruce Willis, yeah, not Bruce Lee. Loneliness. Naris Skenderovich. All right, so you're lonely. What are you doing to fix that? What you need to do is to start try and join community life, some type of clubs that are made to do activities together, like a sailing club, like a windsurf club, like a book club, like a book reading club, like a chess club, like a movie club. It doesn't have to be extensive like sailing. Something like that, like a safe space where you can join people and just kind of mingle. Listen, there's an app for this called Meetup, right? Just go to the Google Play Store or whatever it's called, install Meetup. It's for free. It's not like Tinder or anything like that. And it allows you to just basically go and meet people at events that are not made for dating and hooking up. It's really cool. It works. It works. We've got 22 people. Don't be shy. The Viking is here to please you. I'm your humble and gracious host. The better your questions, the better my answers. This is a collaborative effort. This is not a green screen, not a CGI. I am real. You're very welcome, Neris Skinnerovich. Give it a go. Really, that app is gold. It'll put you in touch with a lot of cool people. I can't get any friends when I hate myself so much. Hard to let anyone in. That's why I always solve for abusive ass hats. Alexandra, I know. We've talked about this before. Like, you need to love yourself, and this goes for anyone out there. Like, stop looking at other people as the missing piece of the puzzle. Also in relationships, too many people are looking for love to solve their issues. No, you need to love yourself first. You need to work on yourself first. Self-love is everything. I had to do the same. All right. Early on in my post-amputation life, I was constantly surrounding myself with beautiful women because I needed them for validation. That's how I felt. Like, go check out my early vlogs. I was always with hot girls because I felt I needed them to feel good about myself. And then as I progressed, I learned that, that's not going to help me. That only makes me look more insecure. It's about coming to grips with what had happened to me in the first place. I don't have any solid degree background. I sold my cat due to unable during this lockdown. Now suffering from herniated discs, feeling depressed. What to do? Please suggest. You sold my cat? I don't get it. Rakul Singh. Honestly, man, if I were you, if you have any type of skill as it pertains to IT, programming to be more precise, that could turn your life around. Like, I can't offer you a solution that's going to bring you wealth and success within a week. But that's the thing. You have to think medium, long term. And if you could learn how to code, enroll yourself in a coding bootcamp, go to Google coding bootcamp, you will have a very good income for the rest of your life. You can make money sitting down. The only catch is you actually have to learn how to code. But these boot camps, they teach you how to code in 6 months, basic stuff, and you can get hired and make bank. All right, it is the most sought after skill right now and for the next 100 years to come. And only 0.05% of the total population knows how to code. So if you're looking for a profession that's going to guarantee you money and the ability to work remote, coding is the way to go. Grant, the older I get, the more I realize that most people in the world are drones and they all act to impress and have fake personalities. Grant, look, you're right, but it's a very tricky thing in terms of not becoming bitter. I've also been struggling with that. Like, once you start seeing the world for what it is, you kind of understand that most people are just insecure, following the pack, herd mentality, and you start seeing that no one is really, spending much time, putting deep thought into the things that they do. They're just kind of following the patterns from their parents and their grandparents and just repeating the cycle. And then you also start understanding that everything is about social status and money and impressing others. And it's easy to get bitter. It's easy to develop this thing where you feel like, everyone is stupid. I'm the only one who sees it, and just kind of like give up in a sense. But you have to really try to not let this turn you bitter, and to just, understand that even though this is the case, there are still people like you. You're just not the majority, but they are out there. All right. Don't get bitter. Watching U.S. farm reports in Wisconsin, it's harvest time. How are the crops in your part of the world? They're getting ready to be harvested, Kofisa. The corn is high as hell around these parts. So I think in a couple of weeks, we're going to cut them all down. Most people aren't smart at all. Don't feel bad about that. Exactly. You shouldn't feel bad about that. It's okay. Let them be. Live and let live. 26 minutes in. It's been a great live so far. I just want to thank all of you already for participating. I do enjoy it a lot, talking to you guys. How to find a good community of friends in a small town who share same interests as me. Well, first of all, you need to understand that maybe you're gonna have to uproot yourself geographically and move somewhere else. Like, you have to keep that into consideration. That might be something that you're gonna have to do if you want to meet people who have the same interests as you. You can't have it all, guys. We need to make sacrifices in life. All right. You can't stay put in the small place where you were born because you're comfortable there, and at the same time expect to run into people who have state-of-the-art thinking and who are ahead of the curve. They're probably not going to reside in the small town where you live. That's also something that I had to come to grips with moving back to where I've moved now. I'm close to my family, I'm close to my childhood friends, but I'm not sitting together with the people who are thinking ahead of the curve. You know what I mean? That comes down to sacrifices. You can't have it all. You can never have it all. So make a choice and be content with it. I'm trying to deal with bitterness towards my family. When I had those two fractures, none of them were there to back me up mentally or physically. The issue with that is, man, most people, they just don't care. They got their own set of problems and they're just busy doing their own thing. So even though I'm not trying to write it, oh, Lapio, welcome to Viking Infantry. I love it. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that a lot, your support. I really do. What was I saying? Yeah, bitterness towards your family. Big A. I'm telling you, like, you should never cut off your family. Like, just understand that you can't choose them. And even though they didn't back you up on this instance, physically or mentally, they're still the most important thing you have in terms of people. So forgive, don't forget, and just understand that your bitterness is only harming yourself. I feel lost. I don't know what to do with my life. Hella nigh. So what you need to figure out is basically you need to try a bunch of different things. You need to just go ahead, start traveling, and start working around the globe. Go work in a restaurant. Go work at a marketing agency. Go work as a customer service agent at a help desk. Try different things. Become an apprentice at a butchery shop until you find the thing that you say, until you find the thing that other people define as work, that you define it as fun. That's when you know you find your passion. So you just have to try a bunch of different things. There's no shortcut to it. But you have to take action. You have to push that thirst down the know as it pertains to figuring out who you are. And traveling is a great, great fire starter when it comes to that. Just don't get lost in traveling and spending your money on booze and drugs, all right? Your camera has problems. I mean, your camera jumps around. Yeah, my camera's flipping out. I see it too now. Kapuna official. I love it, man. You're giving great advice. What's up with my camera, though? Why does it keep doing this weird thing? It's bugging out. Citizen. Hey, Nan. When some things become cumbersome to do with a friend, from my perspective, it's no longer natural to share intimate thoughts. Does it mean it's no longer a friend or more like a mate? Yes, and this happens to all of us all the time. There is nothing wrong with people kind of growing into different directions. This is very normal. It's happened to me a bunch of times. And unfortunately, the first couple of times, I didn't understand what was going on. And I just tried to debate my friendship to death. And I tried to kind of like make him see the light. And that just ended in frustration and just kind of like you know, non-positive vibes. When you're constantly trying to convince someone or when you want them to think like you, it's not going to work. So respect his perspective and just stop sharing your deep thoughts with him. It's okay, you had your time. Doesn't mean you have to cut him off. All right, this is something that too many people do. They instantly like, you don't think like me, I'm going to cut you off. That's not good. You need to keep him around. You need different perspectives in your life. It's good to have people with different perspectives around you. I lost 25 pounds by eating one meal a day, hitting the gym daily. It's been the only thing that's been helping to get my body right, to keep the anxiety at bay. Dude, the gym works wonders, man. The gym is what pulled me through cancer, so I can attest to that. How can someone explore something new in modern world where everything is on your phone already? You know how you're supposed to feel on the mountain. All excitement vanishes. I know what you mean, Dada G. I know what you mean. But honestly, I think you just need to like stop drinking the poison. You're drinking the poison every time you open your Instagram, every time you go onto your social media apps. Get rid of them. You can. The world is not going to come to an end because these things are poisoning your mind, negatively impacting you, and are giving you this frustrated feeling about the world and everything in it. So you need to just uninstall Instagram, uninstall Facebook, uninstall Snapchat, TikTok, and happiness shall ensue, or at least progress. Because you're talking about basically, you're not excited to do anything anymore because you've already seen it on the screen, right? But that's the thing. If you can just cut off that fake information flow, you will once again, become normal. It's the same with watching porn all the time and no longer having the ability to get excited about real human beings. Just cut it out and your body will recover. What's your favorite fun song that makes you smile? Mine is Blue Suede Shoes. My favorite fun song? Hmm. Hmm. My favorite fun song? Uh, I guess maybe like, so you're asking me like a song that's not that serious, but do you know L'amour toujours by Gigi Agostino? That one. I like that one. It's like this old dance house, not house, but like music song. You're clearing the waters. Thank you, Citizen 9. I appreciate that. Guys, 33 minutes in, I got to go because I have to coach a client in literally 1 minute. So, one more thing. If you are looking to hire somebody, well, if you are looking, to hire somebody to help you with depression, anxiety, basically a mentor that will give you advice, I'm your guy. I do private video calls twice a week. And on top of that, I talk with you through WhatsApp and give you dynamic advice in current situations. That way, I can tell you what to do right in the instant right there. I feel like that was a shitty description, but I think you get the point. It's Better Off Alone, Day to Day. You're right. That song is called Better Off Alone. Do you think you're better off alone? Yeah. That's one of my guilty pleasures. I like that one. So this is my email, lorenz.reed@gmail.com. Hit me up if you want to work with me and do these video calls in private, you and me. That was nice. Appreciate your sharing your wise thoughts. Thank you, Big A. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you all for participating. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Life is great, and it's only going to get better. All right, guys. The Vikings out. Peace.